Hello, here is a clip of me. I gotta shrink myself so we can talk. Yeah, so I'm huge today, and this is 6 days and 17 hours. We got ourselves 314K from sales, which puts us at this much per day. So we'll do 22 for 28, and if we take that number and we divide it into a million, 44 days to sell a million. So divide that by 7. That'll be 6 weeks. Take away 1 week. So 5 weeks of checking. And based on my, let me check. I think I have man, I'm so fucking, where is my fucking, oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Okay, so this document is not sensitive. Okay. Damn, I'm so cool. Anyway, we have a login phase. 150 seconds per login. So, of 20 accounts. Wait. So this is a trade cycle. Login cycle, trade cycle. So I'm going to capitalize that. I'm going to capitalize the first word, so this is easier to differentiate for my document, for my looking purposes. That was a test. Login 20 accounts. We're going to do trade per 9. Is that do that so that these look the same? Sorry, fixing my document on the video. You guys love this, don't you? When I'm just yapping and not really making sense. But yeah, you should be focused. If I'm talking, you should be motherfucking focused on what I'm saying because, bro, I'm out here grinding to get to max plat, okay? And I'm showing you every fucking step I can think of, bro. Okay, sorry. Ooh. Let's mask off. We'll mask off. Nah. It's one of my beautiful qualities is that like I can't put a mask on. LOL. So log in 20 accounts, 150 seconds. So per 20 accounts. All right, this is an important piece of data. I don't want to lose this. So this is how many weeks it's going to take to sell 1 million on one account. So let's just record that. Time to sell 1 million pure essence on 6.37 weeks. That's important. I'll put important. Importante. So that's important. Okay. So now we got that. We are chilling. I wonder, hold on. I gotta see if my StarCraft people. Okay. Did I say something, anything naughty here? Oh, no. I just said poop. Bunch of poop stuff. What naughty things would you say, buddy? Hold on. Anyway. Yep. So this is important because this is the way my brain works. You're going to see it all raw, uncut. My brain works with lots of distractions, so I need to limit those. Okay, so I have a piece of scratch paper here now I can write on. Oh my god. This is horrible content. That's fine. We can always just clip it, but I've tried to make self rules, and one of them is not editing the footage, because through that embarrassment, I will be able to then have that negative motivator in my brain. So the next time I make content, that's how I've been getting better. Hold on. I know I said getting better, and that's gonna be. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would disagree with me, but what? Getting better. I'm getting better. Okay. I know you know who you are. You know who you are. If it's you, you know, and if it's not you, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. It's out there. They're out there. Anyway, so I'm to get better. So through the embarrassment. Like be more entertaining, be more to the point, less rambling, or whatever. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of these different things moving in my head, but whatever. So we got 6.37 weeks to sell 1 million pure essence on one account. So now we have that, and then we have how many accounts do I have running total? What was it? 400 fucking gosh darn. This one is a sensitive subject. So I gotta close the I gotta turn off my display capture real quick so I can load this sensitive document so you guys can't see it. And I'm really cool. So we have definitely how many motherfucking I should write the total accounts down, right? So let me just re-add them up. So I'm just going to say it all. I'm going to narrate it. Okay, so 27 plus 1 plus 19 plus 20 plus 20 plus 1 plus 48 plus 50 plus 100 plus 50 plus 71. So we have a total of 407 accounts live. 407 accounts. So I'll transport this to the non-sensitive. 400 accounts live. Thank you. Okay. Display. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we're back. Yep. Okay, so 407 mil. It'll take 400. So in 6.37 weeks, we will be able to sell 407. Yes, okay, that's all good. So it'll take 6 weeks. So per month, and so yeah, so per month, so we're gonna divide this out by 6.37. That's 1 week. 63 mil a week times 4.33 because that is the average amount of weeks in a month. So we are looking at making 276 mil per month, 276 mil per month, which is still not that much compared to the goal, but that is pretty decent. That's pretty decent. Okay, 7 minutes, not too bad. Okay, so we are rocking here, rock cock, black cock. Oh my god, that's from a song. Sorry, I gotta stop. Just that may need to be edited out. That may be too spicy. Anyway, what do you mean? What am I mean? What if that's what it takes to get me wiped off the fucking internet? Whatever. I guess so be it. Anyway, so 276 mil to be sold with our variable 6.37 weeks to get 1 mil sold. In 6 point whatever. So no, well, yeah, we need to break down. So that will be 4.33. So what's the labor? All right, we got to do labor cost. Labor cost. This is important. Labor cost. So labor cost, we know the baseline. Login 20 accounts is 150 seconds. So 407 divided by 20. This is how many cycles of labor. So we have 20.35. And this is a Jagex account. Logging in on legacy accounts is a lot faster because I can type really fucking fast because I've done it so many fucking times. But anyway, we're just going to go off Jagex accounts to get a. So 20.35. My numpad's off. 5 cycles 20 quote 20 count cycles or x 20.35 x equals, so our variable is that, wait, no, whatever, who cares, formula works fine. So the x is the multiplier, so y, right, y equals result. So yeah, 2 variables. I think that's how we would the labor cost. Labor cost would be, so the x is the results variable, so it is y. So then x would be labor cost input. No. X equals 20.35. Okay, yeah. Whatever. So whatever. My formula broke, but I know what I'm doing in my head, I think. So 20 times through, this is how many 20 account cycles we have. So we take that times 150 seconds. I don't know how to represent that with an algebraic formula, but I know how to do the math. Okay, 150, oops, 20.35 times 150. So we get 3,053 seconds. So we'll go 3,053. That is a full jagex. That's how many seconds it'll take to complete. 30, 53, and then now we have our. I'm figuring out effective hour, GP per hour. So then we have this times 4.33. So per week, per month, take seconds to complete 407 times 4.33 per month equals. So this is our variable times 4.33. So then we'll take 30.53 times 4.33, and then we have this many seconds, right? So then, yeah, this is good. This is probably good education, like watching me struggle through it. I mean, it's good for me to watch to struggle, and you guys are making you do all the work with me, like in your mirror neurons, watching me struggle too. So maybe that's not good for content, but what's good for content? This is something. Big epiphany I had. I don't want to make clickbait. I don't want to get you high on dopamine. What I'm going for, what will make me, I don't know, my life mission, part of my life mission is helping people. And I don't believe I'm helping anyone by getting you high on dopamine through fancy effects. Those were fun little videos I did. And I could progress that skill, you know what I mean? Like those are a few iterations of a skill. So you could say, yeah, yada, yada, you suck at that too. Yes, I do. But every time you do something, more than likely you get better, not worse. So there's a piece of wisdom too. So if you suck at something at first, if I did that 1,000 more times, imagine how dopamine high I could get that bitch. I could get it like mobile microtransaction level of dopamine high. But anyway, that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is to help people out. And I feel like going through this math for some reason is going to help. Because if you watch how I go through my struggle and all this, and then seeing like how I determine my systems to build something that's effective. Because another thing I'm a rambling man, okay? One of the things I've discovered from my entire old school RuneScape projects here and stuff like this is like what I apply, point this way, what I apply to this game to like create the most efficient systems that I like, I can do it in real life too. Like today I did it with potatoes. I figured out that if I diced potatoes myself, instead of just buying potatoes from Walmart, if I bought the raw potatoes from Walmart and then diced them myself through like I did a step-by-step labor cost, like cleaning them and then dicing them and then packaging them and then just putting them in my fridge, it came out to an effective dollars per hour of $12.86 per hour. But then you adjust that for what the feds would be taxing you, because it was true profit. Because reducing costs, you don't get paid. You don't have to pay taxes on true costs, or reducing costs. Sorry. If you'd only be charged taxes on gains in like monetary value, but reducing your household costs never get taxed, but it's still worth the same, if that makes sense. So like $12.86 adjusted for what I get taxed, it's really worth $21 an hour, which is just $1 less than what I make at work. So if I do this in my free time, it's like I'm being paid $21 an hour in cost savings. So then like if I just do that to everything in my house, all the costs associated with my house, then I will like all of my time will have $1 per hour. You know how like RuneScapers have GP per hour in their mind based on the tasks they're doing on RuneScape? It's the same. I took that. I finally pulled that out of the game and found a tangible way for me to apply it to a household. And that's why I'm kind of like talking to you guys about that and like or that right now here. And I'm just letting this like, but this only happens with like a free flowing, if I keep my attitude in the mindset of like trying to help people. When I worry about like all the other stuff I worry about, like YouTube side, like caring about views, I call it view whoring, caring about subs and all that other stuff, I think I get away from the thing that brought people to me in the first place. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like whatever. Back to this. But oh, let me finish that tangent real quick. So then say like I'm not gonna sit there and make potatoes. I'm not gonna dice potatoes for 8 hours a day in my free time to then make my time worth it. But if I use learning how to build these systems, you know what I mean? Like do your own systems, like on RuneScape to see if this is worth my time. That's what all this is. If we just learn that skill of building the system, or whatever, or doing the math, then we practice doing the math, and then we can kind of translate that. It becomes a skill that it's a parallel skill that you can use in like on RuneScape, but then also in real life. So that in doing this parallel skill, now we practice it here, and your mirror neurons are watching me suffer through it, and then we do that in real life. So then, not just dicing potatoes, but then we can organize our laundry. We can just like change the levers, change all the variables around and stuff like that. So like, because we're RuneScape players, we have a way for us to like in real life turn it into real life like productivity, like through dollars per hour in cost savings, or dollars per hour in monetary gain, or dollars per hour. You know what I mean? Like we can change everything to effective profit. We can do all this, and these are all like really abstract concepts that if you can just like conceptualize them in your brain in a tangible way, then you're gonna like have explosions of value in your life. That's what I'm going for. Anyway, oh right, I keep skating over that part. We're not just gonna dice potatoes. We're gonna save time folding laundry. We're gonna scale up. Like my potato example, I was like, okay, it takes this long to wash them, but what if I used a washing machine? You know what I mean? And my girlfriend laughed at me, but I'm like, well, you know, it fills up on its own. You don't need to transport the water from your sink or your tub and then fill it up and then make your kitchen all dirty. What if it would be a fun experiment? I'm going to write it down right now, actually. Experiment. What if we filled up a washing machine? I have an extra washing machine too. Like, because when I bought my house, there's an extra washing machine. And I think it works. What if I filled it up with potatoes and just ran a rinse cycle? What would that do? Sorry, you're gonna watch me write this down too. Washing machine, rinse, cycle, experiment. And I think I'm gonna make that into a video too. That'd be really fun. See what happens. Anyway, so yeah, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the point of RuneScape. The point of RuneScape in my mind has been to like train the, for lack of a better word, the autistic kids how to like fucking function in the real world, how to become useful. So, right. Cool. That felt all really good to say all that. Hopefully this becomes a video. Right. And I'm going to put some Skibbity Riz music in the background. It's going to be really funny, really fun. Kind of, yeah. But the opposite of clickbait, dude. I don't care. Like, I was thinking about this for a while. Like, what is the opposite of clickbait? And I'm like, I want to be that. So, being super hard to digest. Like, because, like, we all agree. This is going to be kind of like, I'm still tangenting way all over the place. So, we can all agree that clickbait is bad, okay? Like, it can be okay, but it's never good. So that's why I want to be the opposite of clickbait. Whatever. I mean, like, and if I do that, I sacrifice maybe, you know, monetary gain from becoming another YouTuber or whatever. But, like, to me, that's a Faustian bargain. Like, if you guys have never heard of what a Faustian bargain is, it's something that sticks out of my head all the time. Faustian bargain is a deal where a person trades something of great moral value for material benefit. The term comes from the legend of Faust, a German magician and alchemist who sold his soul to the devil for knowledge and power. In most versions of the story, Faust receives his power for a set period of time, but then is eternally damned. So, like, that's kind of... It's always in my mind. It's always on my mind. It's always on my mind. Like, I know I'm a Christian, so it's obviously supposed to be on my mind all the time. But I feel like even if you're not a Christian, that should be on your mind too. Like, you have a soul, you have morals, you have these like huge abstractions. Like there's this big woo-woo world. We have the material world, which we all kind of understand. Everybody intuitively kind of understands that. But there's this huge abstract world way outside of that we should all try to figure out. And part of that is morals, like morality. And morality, there's a reason why you can make a lot of money by sacrificing your morality, and you should think about that. I'm just saying, just even at non-Christian, everybody should be worried about it. Or not worried about it, it's the wrong word. Fear is a bad motivator, but you should respect it. You should have, use the fear definition, that means reverence. We should all definitely have it on our mind at all times. Like, what is this costing me? Okay, what is this costing me? And that's also another beauty of RuneScape. And this is way of a big. This is the. I'm back. I'm back to yapping. I'm back to yapping. You're gonna have to fucking deal with it. Okay. Anyway, let's try to catch back up. It's good I took notes. 7 accounts labor costs. We're doing labor cost. So per month, do times 4.33. So our total labor cost per month will be. This is in seconds. Total labor cost per month is 13 1. We'll just go 20. 220 seconds. So this plus 0.51. Just to round that off. And then we're going to divide that by 60. So that's 220 minutes. 220 minutes. And then if we take that by hours, it'll be 3.67 hours. So 3.67 hours per month. So you split that, but yeah, 3.67. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Follow the math. Let's just follow the math. So we're just going to check our work. I hate you teachers that said it's to check your work. Fuck you guys. But anyway, because I mean, you were right. This is one thing. You were wrong about cursive, but you were right about checking your work or having work to check. You were wrong. All teachers out there in America, fuck you. You were wrong about cursive, but I'll unfuck. We'll call it even because you were right about showing your work and why that's important. Okay? Fuck you for cursive. Except for my college prep English teacher. I didn't go to college. I didn't even finish high school, but she was awesome. And she was the only one that gave a shit about me in high school. And she told me the reason why we write in cursive is so that we can finish the semester exam in a fast amount of time. It was about efficiency. It did not matter about, you're going to have to, your college professors are like, fuck you teachers, except the one college prep English teacher. Okay? So just to be, fuck every one of you for saying we had to write cursive because nobody knows how to write anymore. I can't write. Look at my fucking handwriting. Ready? Hold on. Is this okay? Yeah. Look at my fucking handwriting, bro. Nobody can fucking read that. No one can read that. Okay? But the reason why I can't fucking write is because we never needed to write for shit. So now I'm learning how to write like a fucking 5-year-old. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I just have bad handwriting because I have my hand, you know what I mean, tangents. Imagine trying to write, like, my thoughts are all fucking all over the place. Like, trying to write, like, shaking and shit because I'm, like, having 50 thoughts while I'm trying to write the word the. Anyway. All right, yeah, back to my insult. Fuck you teachers telling me I need to learn cursive because we're going to need it. We didn't need it. But you were right. But we're going to cancel it out. I'm being fair here. You were right about showing your work. Okay, so it's back to it. Anyway. I'm like practicing stand-up on you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So we got labor cost, 20.35, right? Why is that? Because there's 407 divided by 20. So I should be able to do that right now. 407 divided by 20 gives us 20.35. So then we take that times 150. I forgot what 150 is. Oh, that's our how long it takes to log in 20. Take 150 here. We should be able to get the same result. So we got 30.53. So yeah, 30.53 because we rounded up just to give ourselves a little bit. And then we're going to take that times 0.433, and that's going to give us this many. This is our total labor per month, which is correct. And if we divide that by 60, well, we'll add the 0.51 because we rounded up. We'll divide that by 60. That gives us 220.33. And if we divide that by 60 again to give us hours, we got 3.67 hours. And I'll just go 3.68 just to, because there's a variance. There's always a variance and everything. So you should always maybe don't round down because you want to set your expectations low so that when you beat your expectations, you feel better. So, but if you set it high, it's easier to go up than it is to come down. That's another little thing. Okay. Anyway, so now right. So 3.68 divided by 4.33. So this is our hour. So we got about, we'll say 1 hour, 60 minutes per week. Wow, that's pretty good. So then how much are we making per month? Per month we have, so we got 22K a day. What was it? 22,420 or something like that. 22,420, 22,420. Okay, the math is gone. It's gone because I did too much math, so the memory doesn't remember. So then we have the original 314. And this is one account, by the way. We would have to do, like, to get a better data set, I'm just doing it for the video one account, just so we have a real world example. And then who knows, like to get a better average, I would have to take all 407 accounts and then do all the math there. But I don't want to, for the sake of this is proof of concept. Like it could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on how fast or how slow accounts are selling. But I think 22K a day is pretty close. So you're gonna have to take my word on that one. So divided by 7. And it's actually a little bit higher because we are 6 days and 17 hours in. So it's actually like, what is that? 7 hours of sales that we could make. Anyways, but 22,420. Yeah. See, I remember 420 because I'm immature. But 22,420 times 407 a day. So we're making 9 mil a day. And we're going to take that times 7. So we're making 63 mil a week. And it's going to be no fucking way, bro. Man, them haters really put holes in my head, bro. There's no fucking way. This is 63 mil an hour. I've been doing the math, and everybody just tells you you're wrong, and you think, wow, they may have a point. No, you should be doing raids, retard. No, retard, you should be doing raids, bro. But where am I wrong? 1 hour of labor a week gets me 63.87 mil. Yeah, there was extra labor in building the farm, but once the farm's going, it's a lot. Here's another piece of wisdom. It's a lot easier to maintain than it is to attain. Okay? So when you do it once, you don't have to do shit after that in comparison. Because like I said here, let's look at the times here. So here's a login cycle. 20 accounts, 150 seconds. But then we have trade cycle. 9 accounts is 240 seconds. So if we scaled that up to 20, so per 20. So you'd have to take, I forgot the math here. Dude, my head's, sorry, my mind's just blown. Just completely blown from that. Anyway, so trade cycle, okay? Per 20 would equal. So 9 takes 240 divided by 9. 20 divided by 9 equals 2.2. So you take that times 240. So we'll do 534. Look at that labor. This is a trade cycle. A trade cycle means like to set up the accounts. Like to set up an account. And then there's a reset. There's a reset cycle. I still need to a reset cycle is like a close cycle reset. So there's trade cycle time, login cycle, trade cycle, and a reset cycle. These are your 3 main cycles. I could define them. You just log in and log out. Okay. The trade cycle time is initial setup. Initial setup with trading and setting trades. And then a reset cycle is a closed cycle transition from buying to selling. Yeah. So there's all that. Okay. So awesome. This is hopefully really cool content for everybody. Can't wait to get it out to you guys with very minimal editing. But yeah, it's really cool. Let's just do another account just for just to see the due diligence here. Oh, they have a rating thing for your accounts now? They're trying to collect feedback. Oh fuck. I just auto re-rolled my fucking premieres and they're $100 each. And it's not $400 on another year premiere. Oh, Jagex, with that being said, Jagex, you banned my fucking farm, bro. The world heard it, man. I'm paying $400 a fucking year on your shit, bro. So you better not fucking ban me. Unless I'm cheating. If I'm cheating, ban my ass, bro. But you fucking false ban and you do not check my not fake. You do not check my false bans. You're kind of booty, bro. And that's gonna hurt your reputation. You're gonna be getting 1-star fucking reviews on 400 accounts. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so 6 days, 18 hours. Okay. I'm logged in. That is Pat Patrick David. God damn stuff. I'm so bad at this. What do I do? What is going on? Okay. 6 days, 18 hours. Okay. Ooh, more sales. So this is 500K. It messes up the labor time because that means I'm making more sales than originally projected. This is only a little bit more. So, like, what is that? 314, 500 take away 314. What is that? See, mental math is always good. Always do the hard thing. 180K, I believe. So 186. The reason why you want to do that is that, like, okay, so think about this. See, I'm moving. See, I'm helping you guys with your ADHD and your brain rot. See, I'm moving over the screen. See, something's happening. Your eyes have something to track now. Look at this. Look at what am I drawing here? What shape is this? Okay, erase that shape. What shape is this? What shape is now? What shape is this? What shape am I doing? Hold on. Okay, what about this? How about this one? Oh, hold on. Okay, that one was a penis. Okay, sorry. So, the reason why you want to like do mental math and do things that are hard for your brain, the thing that makes your brain feel like it's kind of bubbling a little bit, that cooked feeling where you're like singeing, that short circuiting your brain. The reason why you want to do that is because like you have like I'm pretty confident to say this and not sound like a schizo, or I mean it's gonna sound like schizo, but I don't care. So you have your conscious mind and you have your subconscious, right? I believe those are two separate entities. Like your subconscious isn't you. Okay. I believe your subconscious is the chat GPT that every person is born with. And you need to train it. Because look at a large language model, that's what AI is and stuff. Um, it's trained on training data. So like, you know how like they say education can't beat experience? So then that would be like the same thing as your subconscious. So your subconscious, ask yourself a question and then listen for the thoughts. Okay? They don't come from you. They're coming from your subconscious. So like if you look that up, it's called like intuition and stuff like that, intuition pumping or whatever. Competitive coders do it. Look up competitive coding, and they do this like strategy where they don't judge, they don't use their conscious mind to judge the thoughts that are coming from their subconscious mind because their subconscious mind are just trying to like autocomplete um, potential solutions based on all the past experiences that it's been trained on. Okay, boom. So that's why you got to do hard things. Okay, my RuneScape people. Anyway. So 186K, what is that? Divided by 2, extra 93K divided by 7. It's an extra like 50% gain, right? What is this divided by 22,420? 60% gain. It's a 60% gain in sales, so that means if it takes me 5.63 or 6.63, I think 6.63 times, so it's going to be accelerated. So then we can take that as a percentage. So we can just take that 0.59. So we'll do 0.6. No, 0.59. 0.59. It shall take us 4 weeks. 4 weeks to get a million sold based on that. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna average. Like there's gonna be like a tilt. Like if I were to do all 407, it would tilt like faster and slower than my original metric. But yeah. So there we go. There's a video. I think I got a whole ass video here. I got a whole ass podcast episode too. But or not really, but it's just gonna be a road to max plat. I'm gonna go back to playing StarCraft though, so I'll see you guys later. Subscribe or don't. I mean, like I would prefer everybody subscribe and give me all your money and do all that other stuff. But like honestly, that's all. Who cares? I'm gonna keep making the content. If this helped you, use it. My call to action, not to subscribe. So if I help anybody in any way, pay it forward, bro. Like pay it forward. You could whatever. Like I don't even care if you subscribe or not. At least in this moment. Some other time I probably will, but right now I want you to go do something nice for somebody else. That's my call to action. Do something nice for somebody else. All right. Have a nice day.